Hello and welcome back to another weather video. Today we are talking about what is coming up in the next couple of weeks, because we do have multiple storm systems that will be packing a punch. So, of course, we did talk about the nor'easter in the northeast yesterday, and that video is linked in the cards above, as well as deep dive nor'easters. So make sure to check those two videos out. But we're gonna move on to what happens next. So, through all of the madness of this past week, I was not able to talk about a monster system that moved on to the west coast. This was all because of the atmospheric river, which in layman's terms is just a jet stream flow which moves plenty of tropical moisture from the Pacific into the west coast, and these storms pack a punch. A lot of rain, a lot of wind, some higher elevation snow, and California, Oregon, Washington all taking a beating with rain right now. So, as our system to the east develops off the coast and we have that nor'easter, we see this low pressure move from the Pacific Northwest through the Rockies, and now we have a little system on our hands. System moves into the plains. We could see some severe weather right along this cold front, and eventually this storm system starts to develop a little bit more. We have some rain to the north, some heavier rain and thunderstorms to the south, and eventually this storm does progress. We could see a little bit more development there, and eventually it all moves into the northeast and weakens. But behind that, we do get a little bit of a punch of cold air, allowing for a little clipper system of snowfall to move through the Rockies. This all comes from a low pressure that moved on to the west coast of the United States, particularly in Northern California. That moves through, and we just get a quick band of rainfall there across the nation, with another cold front and another Arctic plunge. You can see here plenty of blue lines on this map. Blue lines typically indicate below freezing temperatures. So after that, we get some snow in Texas and Oklahoma, which is pretty crazy for us not having named a winter storm yet this season. So the storm moves into the southern Rockies, Four Corners with some snowfall, some rain and thunderstorms in Texas, possibly some heavier snow amounts. So in terms of winter weather, let's take a look at our total accumulated snowfall, and this is using a 10-to-1 snow to liquid ratio, and you can see that Texas could get a good 6 inches of snow, which is significant for this time of year. But the Rockies and the Sierra Nevadas are going to get plenty of snow, 30 inches in the Sierra Nevadas, over a foot definitely possible in the Rockies. Then in terms of the rest of the U.S., we are going to take a look at our total quantitative precipitation forecast. That's just our total accumulated precipitation over the model run. And you can see here that we have plenty of rain that will be moving through, especially the eastern U.S., as these storms bring in some Gulf moisture. Almost the entirety of the eastern U.S. will get at least 1 inch of rain between now and next Thursday, with the northeast, of course, getting a lot more rain, mostly because of the coastal system we're dealing with right now. And the west coast with that atmospheric river, you see areas of Washington getting 6, 7, 10 inches of rain. So we also have higher precipitation totals in the Rockies because of all those storms getting trapped in the Rockies. So we're seeing this trend because of the atmospheric river. We have storms moving onto the coast of Washington, Oregon, or California, moving through the Rockies, maybe some snowfall, maybe a little bit of rain, but at the moment they would be pretty insignificant storms. They move out into the plains gather up some Gulf moisture, intensify, and move into the northeast. So, plenty of rain, plenty of storms on our hands here in the next 2 weeks-ish, week and a half-ish. So, a lot to cover, a lot to look forward to in terms of winter almost being here. We're seeing snow popping up more on the map. We're seeing fall and winter type storms, such as the atmospheric river storms, such as the Rockies snowstorms, storms dipping into the plains, picking up Gulf moisture. That's a very fall type storm. So we're seeing things change from summer systems to fall systems very quickly, and now we're starting to see the transition more into winter systems. So it's a fun transition to see. But that is all the information that I have for today. So if you enjoyed this video, consider leaving a like, subscribing, and hitting the bell. And I'll see you guys next time.